We're just off to our favourite store.
Bunnings!
Can we work it out? Only time will tell. It's gonna take a lot.
We just spent 2 hours at Bunnings.
Deciding whether you want white paint or white paint.
But we had to get all this other stuff too.
No, it's 2 hours deciding whether it's white paint or white paint.
So we've got some plywood back here, and Keith's moaning about getting all Justin's crap. He's got his tongue and groove panelling. Ah! Now it's freezing. So it's like 2 degrees today. So we've got the heater going. So this is our panelling that we've bought, which is going to go on our roof of our camper van. But what we're going to do, we're going to spray it with some water. Because what that does is it raises the grain. You can then sand it off and it saves it coming up after you paint it. Should make a nice smooth surface. Okay, so Mike's just doing that. And then you wait a little while and the grain should get sort of a furry feeling. So that's starting to feel a bit furry now. All the grain started to lift. Can't really see it. You might be able to. Feels certainly rougher than it did. So Mike's now gonna sand it down. Don't look at all our beer bottles. We don't actually drink. Don't know if I mentioned, but it's freezing out there today. 2 degrees at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. What you doing there?
Just making myself a standing block.
It's like I've been walking here for days, lost in the desert, babe. I cannot forget you.
That's sanded the walls down. Now just a quick wipe over with the damp cloth to get rid of the dust.
So
we've got some plywood and Mike's just going to chop it down into little strips and he's going to put them on the beams on the ceiling of our van. Show you what he's going to do. On the roof, we're going to put some plywood strips along here, along with these little beams here. And then we're going to screw pine tongue and groove we bought along this way, along the roof. We've just had a torrential downpour overnight.
Oh, it was terrible. Woke me up.
I know, it was so loud and I was thinking, oh no, I hope Justin's not leaking. So we're just going to go and check what's going on now. Is that door open?
Oh, God, no. It's all wet in here. So the door wasn't closed properly last night.
So it's all leaked in here, but that's not really a big deal because that door was left open. It's going to leak. But it all's dry. It's all dry around our van, which is really good. But up the back here where he's done the seams, we're getting a lot of moisture in there and there's nothing. It's dry as. It's great.
can we work it out? Only time will tell. Why do you keep telling me nothing?
So what Mike's done already, I'm not sure if he's filmed this, but he's just cut down some bits of plywood and put them across here.
This is the tongue and groove that we're going to use.
It's 10 mil thick. It's the thinnest stuff we could get, which is a shame because it's quite thick really. It's going to take some of our roof space.
Go up there, like that, and screw up there.
And we're going to do that all the way along the ceiling. And we're just going to put plywood on the sides. So Mike's going to start in the middle with the panelling and work his way out to the sides. I don't know if you can see, but he's got some fishing line up there to get his centre point. I think I'm just getting in the way.
Great look that covers the magazines for kids who are 17, but I don't know what to do. Staring into the blue sky and just waiting for a sign. Someday certain of what awaits them when it all ends.
Go.
Yeah.
Just come here a minute.
Yeah. Oh, you got some up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's exciting.
So whereabouts are we going to
Ooh,
put our lights?
Fishing line. Oh, lights. I don't know.
Do we put them on the ribs here, where the ribs are?
Why can't you just stick them? Why do they have to go on a rib?
They don't. It's just measuring where they're going to go. Are they going to go just in front of the ribs, or do you want them evenly spaced, or where do you want them put?
Evenly spaced would be good.
You want 4 down here, so 1 at the front,
Yep.
and then 3 down here.
I think so, yeah.
So 1 in here, 1 down here, with that piece at the end.
I don't know, Mike. I can't figure it out. What happens if you evenly space them between here and see how that looks?
From there.
Who would have thought figuring out where to put the lights would be such a decision? There's so many decisions to make in this job. It's like,
600 there.
Blue sky and just waiting for a sign. Someday is certain of what awaits them when it all ends, but I don't know what will happen.
I'm just coming out to see what Mike's been up to. Look! Look what he's done! He can't hear me because he's got his headphones on. It looks cool, Mike.
So I can ignore you.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. So he's cut out around there. So we're just putting these up and then we're going to take them back down and prime them. That's quite good. So that's all going to be just the paneling on the roof. On the sides we're going to do ply.
It's in the sand.
So today is wet and miserable outside, so I think it's going to be a day of indoor sanding.
And then we're going to put them back up, put the screw holes in, putty the holes, and then paint them in place. We're not sure if that's the best way to do it, but the reason for priming them first was, you know, we thought it might be a bit tricky getting into the tongue bit there. Bits of wood might show through, so that's why we primed it first. So it's going to be a similar colour to what we're painting it. So if anyone else has done this sort of thing, you know, I'd be keen to see how other people do this. Yeah, please let us know in the comments below.
I bought these downlights from Trade Me. They come with this very thin wire and little square plugs. What I plan to do is to get some of our wiring cable, cut this cable here, solder on some of our wire cable, put some spade terminals on them, like that. So when I've installed them, I can just unclip them, should I need to replace the lights. Finished product, there's a light there, solder connection, try spades. So there's all 4 lights now made up with their spade terminals at the end, all ready for installation. I sanded the boards down, now they need to mark out where the LED light going. This is the centre strip. I mark the centre lines here.
Cable's offset, so that's going to come through the hole, but we want to centre this bit.
Yeah, so I'm going to have to drill a hole off centre where the cable goes through. There's the light, there's the clip bit that I've soldered on. These just screw apart there and come there. So if I get that over that hole there, so that's going to be where the outside of the light is going to be. The hole just needs to be inside of that. And here I am drilling out the holes for the cabling and test fitting the light before I put the boards up in place. Here are our little lights. Already put on my connectors. Did that the other day. So now a case of putting it up. So we just screw that off when that comes off. I can't talk now. Plugging that into there. Plugging that into there. And I need to get my insulating tape. Just put a bit of insulation tape around that.
So can we work it out? Yeah. Only time will tell. I still want all of you and I know all your colors. And I guess because of that I can think of.
So just screw on just like that.
That's it.
That's it.
There.
That's how they go. So yeah, that's
One
it.
down, 3 more to go.
Yeah, so we might just hold off putting the other ones in yet because it looks like we might need to give the roof a bit more of a paint. Good job, Mike. Good job. Well done. Roof panels up.
Light in.
Yeah, we're going to hold off the others because I think we might need a third paint. We just wanted to get something finished. So hopefully next week we'll be starting to get some walls up, maybe some cupboards, we don't know. But until then, stay safe.
Have fun.
And be happy.